Hey guys, today we're going to be reviewing Kala Malayalam. I probably mispronounced that, but forgive me. But it focused around the main character Saji and his bloody conflict with the individual around the death of a beloved dog. Now, some of the things that I liked about this movie is the character Saji himself. Although I don't personally like him, he is a well fleshed out and 3D character. We can see that he's a great father and hard worker, but he's also someone who is driven by greed and is also extremely selfish. He didn't really have much regard for others' feelings. Another aspect that I liked about Saji in this film is that we also get to see his relationship with his father. It's very similar to the main character relationship in Joji, which was another movie that I reviewed earlier this year. And in that sense, both of these guys are young men whose fathers kind of see them as disappointments and failures. They live in the shadow of the greatness of some of the other members of their family, and they kind of live life with this burden of knowing that they're not really good enough. Another thing that I liked about this movie is the cinematography in some scenes. It's really brilliant and on point, and the soundtrack really adds to certain scenes to make it more intense. Now, some things that I didn't really enjoy about this film is the pacing. This movie is 2 hours long when it can really be cut down to an hour and a half. Things don't really pick up at least a full hour into the movie, and I was extremely bored for the most part until we got to the 1 hour mark when things really started to pick up. So the movie is extremely slow paced, and it is a little bit of a bore until things finally pick up around the 1 hour mark. But again, that's halfway already through the movie. Very slow paced. Another thing that I don't really like about this movie is the fact that the fight scenes are full of slow-mo and cheesy action shots, and also the fact that they're extremely long and drawn out. We have pretty much 3 or 4 main fight scenes in the second half of this film in the last hour, and each feel like they're going on for an eternity, back and forth between who's winning the fight and who's losing the fight. These two combatants go back and forth. Saji and the individual go back and forth, beating the crap out of each other, but the fight scenes are just so cheesy and drawn out and long, super long, that it really takes away from it, and it actually becomes a little bit annoying watching them fight. So yeah, again, also cheesy, a little cliche in terms of the fighting scene as well. So if I had to rate this film 1 out of 10, I would probably give this movie honestly probably like a 5.5 or a 5 out of 10. Again, the main character Saji himself, he's a fleshed out, well-rounded character. Some of the cinematography was also really good as well in the soundtrack, but the movie is just way too slow paced. It's relatively boring until things finally pick up, and the fight scenes, which should be really fun and exciting, turn into really boring and drawn out fight scenes, which is disappointing. So with that, hope you enjoyed my review for Kala Malayalam. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing again or if it's wrong, but hope you guys enjoy this review. It is streaming on Amazon Prime Video, so if you have it, go and give it a watch. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe here for more reviews in the future.